Ready for another unhinged client story. Let's name this client Annie. Thank you, Annie, from the last video for letting me use your name. This one was just so strange. It was very wild. So we had a girl inquire with us via email. This was, God, well over a year ago. And it was a very interesting email. She started the email off with like, I am so painfully shy, it hurts like physically sometimes. She goes, I really have been wanting to do this. I wanted to do a boudoir shoot, but I'm so shy. I don't even leave my house, I'm so shy. She goes into the whole, like, she's super self-conscious, like all that stuff. Like, and this is, you know, kind of like an email that we get quite often. A lot of our clients say they're really shy, they're very nervous, embarrassed. You know, they don't have a lot of self-esteem, so they just are really like, this is a big push for themselves. So we get this a lot. So we're very used to this type of email. But this one was like abnormally long. Like it was a very like paragraphs of like, I'm so shy, I'm so shy. Like saying the same thing over and over. And I'm like, okay, this girl is just like really nervous. So we respond back. We reassure her that this is like, these are the type of people that we work with. We work with, you know, shy people all the time, nervous people. It's very normal. I promise you're in good hands. She ends up booking the session, and then the day of her session comes. Now, keep in mind, most times I do not know what our client looks like at all until they show up for their session. I don't go stalking you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I ain't got time for that shit. So very rarely do I know exactly what you look like. I know your measurements and stuff like that, because when there's like, we send a questionnaire and you like give me your measurements and stuff, that's just like so we can pull things for the closet and stuff. But that's really all I know. Like, I don't know if you got blonde hair or pink hair or anything like that. I don't know what color your eyes are. I know none of that. This was also a time before we like checked IDs. We still don't really check IDs. We really should. But anyway, I digress. So Annie shows up and she is a massive extrovert. Like, she's just like so excited. There's like no, like, I can't tell that she's nervous at all. Like, she had explained to us how nervous she was, and I just like, we never detected an ounce of nervousness when she showed up. So I was like, all right, well, I guess you got over the nerves, so that's good. Like, she was just so dang excited. I was like, okay, well, cool, awesome. So we get her in hair and makeup. We get to the like outfit portion of it, and I was thinking, okay, maybe she'll start to get nervous with the outfit portion of it. Just most women do. Like, it's, you know, they're not used to being in lingerie and like showing off their body in front of other strangers and stuff like that. So it is definitely like a little intimidating for some people, or it can be, and that's where they get the most nervous, and then it like kind of dies down from there. But she like ran into the closet, put on her outfits, showed us, strut her stuff down like a freaking runway. I was like, what the heck? Girl, this is amazing. What did you do in those last couple months that you booked? You were so nervous before, and now you just seem like you're stoked. Like, this is like your place to be. So we start shooting, and the shoot is going so well, like so excited. The photos are beautiful. And like midway through shooting, she says something like, yeah, Annie would never be able to do this. I'm sorry. What? And then I like asked her to explain, and she goes, yeah, my sister Annie, she would never be able to do this. I can't believe she even like tried to reach out to you guys. Like, there's no way. She would be so nervous. I was so confused. Like, me and Amy, my sister, we were just staring at each other, and we're like, I'm sorry, are you not Annie? This is half on me too, because again, I should have checked ID and like all that stuff. However, like, I don't expect random people just to show up to my studio to get photographed. Like, we're appointment based only. So I don't know. It was weird. So then I kind of picked up what she was putting down. I said, are you Annie's sister? I'm sorry, what was your name? And she goes, oh, let's name her Mary. I'm Mary. I came in place of my sister. She booked the session, but like, I came in place of her because she was just way too nervous, which I totally get. She would totally be nervous. It's so not her jam. So I decided to take her shoot. What the fuck? Well, first of all, why would you not like ask me if that's okay? Why would you not tell me? Like, why? So then I stopped the shoot immediately, and I was like, okay, Mary, I am so sorry. It's very nice to meet you. However, we need to stop the shoot right now. This is actually like illegal for me to be doing right now. Like, I can't believe that you guys wouldn't have said something to me. The fact that you guys didn't is absolutely not okay. You cannot just like switch places. She was so confused as to why that was a big deal. And she's like, well, why? Why do you need to stop the shoot? I'm here. I'm doing this. What the hell? Why? Like, she was getting very visibly upset. And so I explained to her, I'm like, you are not the one that signed the contract. You don't even probably know any of the pricing or anything like that. You need to come back, see your photos, decide on products, pay for those products, which are in the thousands of dollar range. Like, you did not sign the contract. We are supposed to be photographing an Annie, not a Mary. And she goes, oh, it's okay, we're sisters. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter, you're a different person. And she's like, I think this is ridiculous that you're like stopping the shoot because of this. Absolutely so unprofessional. And I looked at her and I said, you know what's unprofessional is switching places and not telling me that you're not our client. Like, that is, we could have worked something out. If you had just messaged us and said, hey, Annie's way too nervous, I can absolutely take over her session, I would have sent you the contract and I would have had you sign your own contract and all that shit, and there would have been no issues whatsoever. We absolutely could have done that if all parties involved were okay with it. However, I don't know that you're telling the truth. I don't know if you freaking knocked Annie in the head and kidnapped her and she's in your trunk right now and you decided to take over. I don't freaking know. I know nothing. I don't know if she's okay. I don't know if what's going on, but like, my client, the one who booked the session, did not show up today, and that is concerning. So I told her, you absolutely need to get out of my studio right now. We are deleting all the photos that we took, and if you want to book a session, you book it under your name and you book it as a client. You need to be the one to book the session, sign the contract, fill out the questionnaire, all that stuff. Like, this is unacceptable. She flipped the fuck out. She started like basically screaming at us saying, well, I'm gonna write all these reviews and like let people know that you are absolutely awful and you do not let people come into your session with open arms, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, with open fucking arms? What the fuck? Do you? Ma'am, get the fuck out before I punch you in the face. I then, a week later, got an email from Annie saying, oh my God, I totally didn't realize that she didn't tell you she was taking over my shoot. I was way too nervous. I'm so sorry for that. And I want to come in for my shoot now. And I'm like, no, you are not coming in for your session. She then was saying, like, I didn't know it was gonna be such a big deal that my sister came in my place. I had no idea. So I don't understand what the hell, like, what's the deal? What's the issue here? When I explained it to her and I said, that was unacceptable, you needed to let me know, she thought I was crazy. Apparently crazy runs in the family, because she started yelling at me too via email, saying that my rules are pathetic and ridiculous. And I was like, bitch, you just got yourself banned. Bye.